Hello, welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this week's chapter of The Unknown by Lacey and Olivia Julius.
I survived the first half of classes, and I made my way to the cafeteria, feeling a mixture of relief and apprehension. The familiar noise of students chatting and the clatter of trays brought back memories of my old life, but now everything felt different. I grabbed a tray and got in line, trying to blend in and avoid drawing attention to myself. The choices were between pizza or a salad. I opted for pizza, hoping it would bring some semblance of normalcy to my chaotic day. With my tray in hand, I scanned the cafeteria for an empty seat. Groups of students clustered together, chatting and laughing. I felt a pang of loneliness as I realized how different my social life was now. I finally spotted an empty table near the corner and made my way over, grateful for the solitude. As I sat down, I noticed a bulletin board on the far wall. Brightly colored posters and announcements covered its surface. One caught my eye: cheerleaders, mandatory practice in the gym during last period. My heart skipped a beat. Emma was a cheerleader. This would be my chance to see her again and maybe find a way to talk to her. But first, I had to figure out how to escape my last class without getting into trouble. As I mulled over my plan, a group of girls walked past my table. They glanced at me, whispered among themselves, and giggled. I pretended not to notice, focusing on my pizza instead. The last thing I needed was to attract more attention. "Hey, Brooke," a familiar voice called out, startling me. I looked up to see Shayna making her way over with her tray. "Mind if I join you?" "Sure," I said, trying to sound casual. "Have a seat." She smiled and sat down across from me, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "You seemed kind of out of it this morning. Everything okay?"
Yeah.
"Just a lot on my mind," I replied, forcing a smile. "What were you looking at?" she asked, looking at the bulletin board. "Just the announcements," I said, shrugging. Shayna rolled her eyes. "Girl, trust me, it's the stupidest thing. We're going to be working hard on this stupid routine that we're going to do at homecoming. It's the stupidest thing ever. I can't believe that I ever tried out." "Then why did you?" I asked. Shayna looked at me. "You know, the same reason why you're going to the dance Friday night. Because my mother told me I had to. She said she knows I don't like sports, but she forced me into it. Then when the cheerleaders saw how small I am, I got instantly recruited as a flyer." I nodded, trying to sympathize. "I get it. Sometimes parents just don't understand what we really want." Shayna gave a small laugh, shaking her head. "Exactly. Anyway, enough about cheerleading. What about you, Brooke? Any exciting plans for the dance?" I hesitated, remembering my new reality. "Not really. Just going because Mom wants me to." Shayna rolled her eyes again. "Parents, right? Well, at least we'll be suffering through it together." She gave me a friendly smile, and I found myself genuinely smiling back. The bell rang, signaling the end of lunch. Shayna and I stood up, and she linked her arm with mine. "Come on, let's get to class. We'll survive this day together." As we walked to our next class, I couldn't help but feel a small sense of relief. Maybe this new life wouldn't be so bad after all. I just had to keep playing along and hope I could figure out a way back to my old self. The rest of the day went by in a blur of classes and trying to keep a low profile. Finally, the last period arrived, and I remembered the cheerleading practice announcement. I needed to find a way to get to the gym without raising suspicion.